We're talking about banks as well here because we want to stick with trade. Yahoo Finance's editor-in-chief, Andy Serwer, just sat down with JPMorgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon. It was an exclusive interview, and Dimon spoke about the impact of trade on the market.
The market's sometimes inscrutable, but if you actually look at geopolitics, they really affect the global economy. They could. These things get worse, but they really affect the global economy. I think trade is serious. So we have the United States, for example, as a very strong consumer, good balance sheet, household formation, wages are going up, particularly low end, consumer confidence is very high, and business confidence has been very high, but it's been rattled a little bit by trade. So we've seen a little bit as business confidence drop, business investment drop. People are worried about the supply lines, and I think that may be hampering the economy a little bit. So it's kind of a tale of two cities.
And consumer confidence is down a little bit today.
It's down a little bit, but still quite high.
Right.
And so, how those two things collide and what affects what, I don't really know. The better thing is to have a deal in China. There are serious trade issues. So we all want the president to deal with the issues seriously, which he's been doing. A resolution would be good, but we don't expect a quick resolution at this point.
What do you expect out of the G20 in Osaka later this week, Jamie?
I think the best you can expect is that they have a good meeting, that they start renegotiating, that the tariffs are off for now, and give the teams a chance to negotiate a deal, which maybe, if we're lucky, it could be done by the end of the year.
Okay, so to paraphrase what he just said, G20, you get a delay. We're not going to do tariffs. We're going to start negotiating again, potential deal by the end of the year. What do you think? Possible?
Yes, a deal is possible by the end of the year, I guess. I don't think it's possible this weekend, and I don't think it's possible anytime soon, or likely anytime soon. Jamie Dimon is just expressing the frustration of the business community. I mean, he's basically saying, the economy's good. Why mess it up with, we would have everything. We would just be sailing along if not for, he called them geopolitical tensions, but he's talking about Trump's policies on trade and on other things. So he's saying what basically all CEOs or most CEOs are saying, which is things are great except for this.
Yeah, I think that the idea, I think the market wants at least to have the prospect of a trade negotiation held in front of it. We rallied through that for so long. Every weekend would be, there's progress on the trade front from some unsourced story that would come out. So I think the market would probably like to get back at least on that footing where it can buy the rumor of a trade deal. But I have to agree. I think this weekend, who expects anything, and as long as we don't really screw it up, I think
markets are buying the rumor. I think they have bought the rumor. I mean that's already kind of baked. I think markets are over optimistic about the prospects here. I mean we've had a great June, and so there's sort of this insurance policy that if we don't get a trade deal, well, the Fed is going to save the day and cut rates, to bail Trump out.
Is Navarro going with the president to the G20? Because that would be a signal to the markets, trouble. Because if he's got the ear of the president, no delay. I mean, Navarro wants the tariffs.
You think markets care enough to find out? We'll move on which advisors from the White House are going with the president?
There's some people.
I don't know if Navarro is going. But let's remember, Trump describes himself as tariff man.
Right.
And he doesn't need Peter Navarro to, I don't think, anymore. I think Peter Navarro is kind of a yes man who tells Trump what he wants to hear and kind of validates his thinking. But Trump loves tariffs. I mean, he has proven that. And I think markets would be foolish to think otherwise.
Yeah, it'll be tariff man and his big brain using it to in the negotiations.